Yes, people, this is your girl Aleisha Lee, and welcome back to another episode of Motivational Lee. In this episode, we look at Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. But before we get into that, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you are kept up to date each and every time I upload. And without further ado, let's get into this. By acknowledging a petty problem, you give it existence and credibility. The more attention you pay an enemy, the stronger you make them. This is something that this law is going to get into. You need to ignore. You need to put your energy to where you want things to grow. Now, the best way to apply this law is just to act as if things that you really want or things that hurt you don't. I know it's easier said than done. There's different strategies that can be applied, such as the sour grape approach, where if there is something that you really want but you can't have, instead of drawing attention to it and complaining about it, because again, complaining about something is another form of energy, it's another form of attention. So by you not doing that and acting as if you're not really interested, that is another approach that you can take that will help you to maintain your power. Another approach is by treating it very lightly. So even if you are attacked, you have to act as if nothing really happened. So if you are attacked, but if you just show that it didn't really affect you like that, that is another way of showing that you have maintained the power. Even though it's really burning inside, if you show that no skin off my nose, that is going to put people in the position where they feel inferior to you, and you show and maintain your power. Now, you need to know that there are going to be places and times where it's going to be really difficult to apply it, but as long as you remember this law and you know that these things are just minor things that don't affect you, even though they could be major things, by you taking this approach, it shows that you maintain the power. You cannot show that these things really have affected you or that you do really care. And I know it's very, very difficult, but this law is saying that by ignoring them, that is the best revenge. By just pretending it doesn't exist, that is the best revenge. And you do see nowadays it is very difficult for people to do that. Some things are best left ignored. People that might troll you, just ignore them. And like I said, it's very easier said than done, but it does help you maintain a level of power. Although these things can be seen as hurtful, if you ignore them, you're not putting that energy onto them and you're not able to magnify them. The more energy you put into those kinds of negative feedback, you're likely to get more of that. Whereas if you put your energy towards people and things that are having a positive effect, you're going to get more of that. There's also that saying, you want things that you cannot have, and the more you want it, the less likely you are to get it. It's like the universe can sense how desperate you are for this thing, and it's not going to give it to you if you just let it come to you. That's why they say things like attract, don't chase, because the law of the universe will think that, oh, you're not able to achieve something like this. Whereas if you present yourself in a way where you are able to, you know that this is something that you can attract easily as well, it's going to be easy for you. If you give the impression that this is something that is hard to get, you're never going to reach it, that is what is going to happen. So you need to really focus your energy on what you do want rather than what you don't want. When you appear too desperate for something, it makes it more difficult to have. If you act as if this is just the norm for you, you're more likely to get it. And it's so many examples of that just in normal day-to-day life that you can find. You find that the people that didn't really want that thing end up with it, or the people that did want it but didn't obsess with it and put their whole focus in it, they just went through the motions and done what they needed to do, they're the ones that get it. Whereas people that are so desperate for it, that really, really want it and are not channeling their energy in a way to obtain it, you'll find that that probably gets further and further away from them. So in a nutshell, to summarize this law, things that you cannot have, just ignore them. Focus on the things that you can have, but also just know that those things will come to you. You will attract them. As long as you know in yourself that those things are going to come to you and you've got that positive energy, that's all that matters. Put your energy into things that will bring out the best in you. Don't focus on the things that don't want you. Surround yourself with people that want to be around you as well. You will feel better for it. You will feel that power. But yes, people, that was Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them is the best revenge. In the next episode, we will be looking at Law 37. Create compelling spectacles. But yes, people, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you are kept up to date each and every time I upload. And yeah, make sure you have a blessed week, all of that good stuff. And yeah, I will catch you in the next video. Don't know, boy.
People don't know. I just want to enjoy my days. So live your life.